So do people know that you and dated and then you guys had a falling out?
No, people don't know that. I'm going to go visit him in about a week.
Are you currently single?
Yeah. Oh, ha.
Hi guys, I'm Violetbenson. Welcome to another episode of Too Tired to Be Crazy on every Thursday with me, Batty. So today, my amazing guest, her name is Carly Lawrence. What a beautiful, easy name to pronounce. Am I right? Did I say right?
It is. No, you said it right. You said it completely right. It's actually not my last name. Wasn't my last name at birth.
Oh yeah, same actually. Why?
Really?
Mhm.
My real last name at birth was Gaylord, and nobody knows that. Isn't that crazy?
Gaylord?
Gaylord.
So I understand why you changed it.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Like my brother was getting bullied for it. I was getting bullied for it. So yeah, changed it, but had my mom's last name now. But I was born Carly Gaylord.
What? That sucked. Who? I'm trying to think.
No, okay, because it was Golubek because I'm Polish. And then when my grandpa came over from Poland to Canada, they changed it to make it seem like more like English so people could pronounce it. So that's why I have this on my wrist. Everyone's always asking about my tattoos. That's what it says. I can't really see it.
Gaylord?
Well, it says Golubek, my Polish last name.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, Gaylord.
Yeah, they came to the English places and they were like, they didn't know what the definition.
Exactly. So they're like, we have to make it seem more like generic. So Gaylord, yeah.
They're like, what? This is gonna be a sick last name. Like, all right, like the rest of our family is gonna thank us for this last name, and they're like, let's go with Gaylord.
No, I know. And now like it sucks. Like my brother can't carry on the last name. Like he's gonna be carrying on my mom's last name. So my dad's last name just died out.
Oh wow, that does suck. Yeah, my real last name was Cohen, and I legally changed it years ago.
Why did you change it?
I changed it when I started daddy issues because my dad asked me out of respect for the family, so they wouldn't.
Wow.
I was like daddy issues, and that's kind of a little disrespectful to my dad, and also because my dad's so traumatized from being a Jew in communist Russia, because my dad also like looks Jewish and he's brown and very Jewish looking, and he had a very tough upbringing. So he is so traumatized and has so much PTSD of how they've treated him and his family for being Jews in Russia that he just believes that if I had a Jewish last name, people will come after me for it, which is so insane, not just like the PTSD. So he begged me to change my last name. So then I be quote-unquote prosecuted for being a Jew. And
so you have your mom's last name or did you come up with your last name?
Oh, are we interviewing me?
Sorry. I'm actually so curious.
Funny because daddy issues, it was the reason it was Smile to Ego is because I was an accountant. I was so depressed when I created daddy issues that it was this girl that I thought she was everything I could never be. She was like this really cool girl. So I never thought I could be someone like this really cool girl that's daddy issues. So I wrote about her. And when I was really like depressed and whatever, like I wrote about this girl that was just like party hard, like had all this money, was like rich, was doing drugs, fucking every guy, and like her, and she was just like, I don't care, like life is like, she was just so cool. And I wrote about her, and when I wrote about her life, her mom was from America and her dad was British, and they got a divorce when she was 3. And I like researched where her dad was born, and I researched where supposedly she was born, which was somewhere in England. And then I googled the most popular English last names. Benson was.
Oh my god.
I was like, she'll pick first name, which is Violet. My full name is Violetta. I'm like, and her last name will be a British last name because her dad's British.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so that's cool though, because you researched it, you went into it. That's cool. I love that.
Yeah, and the more daddy issues, the more I was like, oh, I am becoming daddy issues. Like I am this cool girl, like because I am. So
damn straight.
So then the more I continued daddy issues, the more I was like, okay, she is me now. So then I kind of just became her, and then I kept the last name, and I legally changed it.
Good for you. It's great. It makes you feel good about yourself. Pardon?
Did you legally change your last name?
Yeah, my last name's Lawrence. My parents changed it when I was younger. I didn't do it.
Oh, that's See, so okay, we both have some cool stuff. Cool.
We do. Interesting gals.
How many tattoos do you have?
6.
What does your 1964 tattoo mean?
My mom's birthday.
Aww.
So my first tattoo ever was my butterfly on my hip, and my dad has lupus. He's an autoimmune disease.
See,
Yeah.
my mom has. Oh no, my mom has Crohn's disease. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's okay. No, but still, that's still a big thing. Yeah, my dad has lupus, so and the symbol is a butterfly. So I got butterfly for my hip for my dad. Then I got his last name. So I was like, okay, I'm leaving my mom out. So I got 1964, but it all came off. I gotta get it redone.
Oh wow. Okay, that's 3.
Yeah, 3. And then I have a bee for my dog Benji
Aww.
and for Barb. And then I have a butterfly in my finger, and then I have one on my ankle.
What is the one?
Okay, it's so bad. I don't know. It's like a wing.
For.
I just did it random. I was in Miami and I got them all done pretty much at the same time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got all my hands done in one day.
Oh, are you gonna get any more?
Yeah.
For Too Tight to Be Crazy?
Wait, what did you say?
Are you gonna get one for Too Hot to Handle?
Probably not. I don't think, maybe like the year I did Too Hot to Handle, something like that, but I would never get like Too Hot to Handle on my body. Ever. But imagine Too Hot to Handle. Fuck no. But yeah, no, I love tattoos. I want to get so many. I like piercings. I used to have so many piercings too. I had my tongue pierced, my boobs pierced, belly button pierced. I did my ears and my cartilage. I had everything.
You still have your boobs pierced?
I have one, my left one.
Me too.
Do you actually? My right one got swallowed by someone. Like he was sucking my tit, and then the next morning we woke up and we couldn't find my nipple ring anywhere, and we're like, oh my god, he definitely swallowed it.
Oh my god, he has a memory of you for the rest of his life.
Oh, it's probably still stuck in there somewhere. I wonder if he pooped it out. I never asked.
Wait, how did you put it back in? Because it's really like once you
Nothing. I didn't. I left it out, so that's why only my left one out.
Oh.
Yeah, so he slurped it out of this one, and then I woke up, and by the time I woke up, of course, it was gone.
That is a real, like, I did not expect that story. Like, what a crazy story. It's like, yeah, I used to have 2. I have 1 because this one guy sucked on my tit and
and swallowed it. And swallowed my metal. So yeah, I got my one left one.
Yeah, I only have 1. I've always only had 1. I have 1 because basically it was a dare, and I wanted my friend to get her boob pierced because I heard it's really painful, and she had like a really big sensation in her tit. And she was like, okay, I'm only gonna get it if you get it. And because for some reason I just wanted to watch her suffer, I did not even me going through it. That I was like, okay, bet. So I sat down to get my nipple pierced just so I can watch her afterwards. That's how much I wanted to watch her suffer. I don't know what she did to me, but I was just excited to see it. Like, I'm such a Scorpio. And I sat there and I looked at her with a straight face while they were piercing my tit. And I smiled with a straight face.
Oh my god.
Any pain. And then she was like, oh my god, so you felt nothing? I was like, easy breezy. And then
it was so painful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would never do it again. It was the most painful piercing I've ever had in my whole life. I would never do it again. And you know what, I didn't used to like my nipples, so that's why I got it, because I was like, my boobs were like, I don't even know, I just didn't like my boobs, and I was like, look, if I can accessorize them, maybe I'll feel more confident about them. And now I'm like, fuck it, I like my body. I love my body now.
Well, you are. But wait, so did you like your boobs more now than when you got them pierced, or? Yeah,
so I did like my boobs more when I got them pierced, but now I feel like I've grown into my boobs, because everyone in my family is huge. My mom has huge boobs, and I think it was just, they were growing at a different pace, the boob and the nipple, but they're good now. They look good. Now they're normal, but yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
Guys love boobs. It doesn't matter what your boobs look like. Because I get really weird. Like I've always talked about being insecure, like a little about my vagina. Because I like the vaginas are in porn and they're like insanely tucked in. And mine, like I always explain, I like it's always peeking its head a little. Like I can tuck it in. It peeks its head a little.
I tuck it in.
Because it
wants, I got it the car seat.
Wants to join the party, but she's a little shy. And she's like, "What's happening?" And that's my little vulva. And
it happens.
I know, but then I always, like, I've talked about me then feeling insecure about my vagina, and then, like, I get weird about guys going down on me because it feels really private. personal. But then I always remember, like, guys are just so excited to be invited to the party that's your naked body. And like they
Yeah, no one's judging you as much as you're judging yourself ever. And that's the thing. Girls and guys pick themselves apart too. Like everyone just it's sad. Like everyone just feels so I think everyone just inspects their body so much and we forget like our body's beautiful at the end of the day, like what it does. Like your
exactly
pussy's beautiful, you know?
right. And like they're just so excited. They're like, titties, pussy,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Asshole, let's fucking go. Let's get
oh shit,
crazy.
like
No,
I
I
get
get like that too. I
girl.
get nervous too. I get nervous too. And I was on like the show that I was on, it was like boobs were everywhere. And I was like, hey, I think I remember in the house, I was like the one girl that I never showed my boobs to the guys. Cause like the girls, like, you're on a hot house and everyone has their pants off and their titties out. And I was like always changing in the corner.
Aw.
That's okay. Happened. No, I got over. I'm working through it. It's normal. But yeah, I've always felt like that too. I was like, ugh.
Well, yeah, it's one thing to feel self-conscious about your body. It's another thing about to feel self-conscious about your body, and you're on a TV show that's broadcast to millions and millions of people. So like,
Yeah,
not only do you judge your own body, your castmates may judge your own body, and you know that
yeah.
everyone is going to judge your body. Like that's
Legit. There's cameras everywhere. Like you don't have an inch of space to yourself in that house. Like
Did you have an idea you were going to be on Too Hot to Handle? Because you know how they make it seem like it's a surprise. Like, were you that surprised?
to be honest, I was. So I hadn't watched the first season before I went. I had heard about it obviously because it was huge, but I hadn't watched everything and I had no idea. And also like the DM, so I got casted through a DM. So a random guy messaged me and I was like, this is probably fake. I didn't think anything of it. And then also like I was kind of like, who would cast like who would cast me for Too Hot to Handle? You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even a thought in my head that like I could even be on a show like that. Like I just never even knew like how my life is growing now and everything. And I'm
Why would you cast me?
like yeah, like I was just kind of like, wait, so like I swear when I totally mean this when I say this, I honestly thought it was Praise and Paradise. And the biggest like for me is like I didn't bring pretty clothes. I didn't bring nice stuff. I didn't bring lots of makeup. Like the makeup girl had to buy me makeup in Turks and Caicos because like there was just so much shit that I didn't bring because I was like, look, I'm gonna be getting wasted and puking on my clothes. I'm not gonna bring really nice stuff. So I didn't like I literally had no idea. I was like, I'm gonna be vomiting on my crap. I don't care what it looks like. I brought like denim shorts, like and the girls were all like in dresses and stuff. And I was like, oh, like what I had to, like I had like a really little bit of stuff like to wear.
Oh wow. That's
I brought one eyeshadow palette with 2 colors in it.
I was watching the show and like whenever I watch any show and if I get into it, reality shows normally, I will then get like invested in one of the castmates in a way
Yeah.
that normally that is my first thought process. What is your zodiac sign? I'm trying to figure it out. And then I literally DM'd you and I was like, what's your zodiac sign? So
Oh yeah,
nothing,
you asked me that.
you just, it happened to be that I saw the meme and then I forgot about the meme and when I was
Yeah.
watching the show, you were my favorite castmate on it.
Oh, I love you.
And I was like, oh, what's your zodiac sign?
Yeah, you did ask me that. What did you think I was, a Scorpio or something? Pisces?
I'm a Scorpio. I thought you were a Libra or
Okay.
some fun sign, but then you were like, I'm a Gemini. So I was like, okay,
Yeah. Geminis are usually pretty crazy.
pretty outgoing. Like they like
Yeah.
to like they're really indecisive. They get
Yeah.
bored easily.
I've never really dated Geminis. I've only dated Virgos. Like every guy I've ever dated, it's the weirdest thing. Every guy, like 99% of the guys I've dated are Virgos.
That's not
And then I think both Chase and Joey on the show are both Geminis, which is wild because I go from being with all these Virgos and then the 2 guys in the house, the 2 Geminis I'm with. I'm pretty sure they're both Geminis.
was there a lot on the show that we didn't see?
To be honest, like, well, I mean, eating, that's like, it's so funny when I see cameras, like, did they eat? Yes, we ate. We ate a lot. There was always good food. I guess like eating for sure. And then not really, like, there's of course, like they can't fit everything. And we filmed for 4 weeks and there's only 10 episodes. So there was like a lot of stuff. I guess it's hard to say. Like, it just depends. Like there were some things that I guess it didn't make sense to add it into the storyline about our relationships, you know? So like to put in if someone thought like he was hot or she was hot or whatever, it just didn't make sense with who we were like coupled up with. So like things like that weren't added in. But for the most part, it was pretty true. Like I was 100% true to myself on the show. And
Because like Francesca from season 1, too tired to handle. She told me like all the things that actually happened on the show. So there was like a lot of stuff that happened that like we would never have known. There was like so much side drama. Then when she told me, I was like, what the fuck? Like people wanted to go home. Like there was like really crazy stuff. So that's why I was just curious if on the second season it was kind of the same thing where there was because some people on season 1 really didn't get along, and then when you saw and hating each other, you're kind of like, oh, that's weird. But really,
Yeah,
the whole back end story to why those two people weren't getting along.
of course. And this is another thing too. And like we're put like literally. I got off the plane. A girl was there, grabbed my phone from me, took me in a truck, took me to a random place in Turks and Caicos. Didn't know who I was with, where I was, no contact with the outside world, and put in the house for 2 weeks with one girl.
The last step of self-care is binge watching or binge listening to your favorite show. So when you're done binge listening to your favorite podcast, aka Too Tired to Be Crazy, and now you're like, now what? Should I go out? No. You stay home and you binge watch your favorite shows on HBO Max. HBO Max continues to deliver highly anticipated originals, WB same day releases, and evergreen young adult titles, all through their latest AVOD offering that launched in June. AVOD is HBO Max with ads, and for $9.99 a month with limited ads. So go to hbom.ax/violetbenson or check out the link in the episode description. HBO is where HBO's fearless and groundbreaking programming meets an iconic collection of beloved entertainment, including WB's larger than life storytelling shows like The Flight Attendant, Mayor of Easttown, and I May Destroy You. Discover new movies, beloved series, and an epic originals your whole family will love. Original, groundbreaking, and award-winning entertainment is yours with HBO Max. Anytime, anywhere, on your favorite screens and devices. The widest variety of acclaimed, beloved, and iconic entertainment across every genre. Obviously, my current favorite show on HBO Max, an original, is F-Boy Island. So if you haven't seen that, you better go out there and you better watch it. Well, actually, don't go out there. Just stay home, turn on your TV, and watch it. HBO Max has everything and everyone that you will love and so much more. So stream all of HBO together with new hits, classic favorites, and Max originals. Again, go to hbom.ax/violetbenson or check out the link in the episode description. Obviously, continue to support me by checking out all my sponsors in the episode description because that's what helps me keep this podcast alive. So thank you, baddies. I'm thankful for you. And let's finish this episode.
So because we had to do because COVID. So I'm on a random island with someone I don't know. Then I go right from that house, literally in the car. I didn't see the island. Literally from that car to straight to the house. And then I'm in a house, put in a house with 10 random people. Of course, there's always gonna be people that just don't get along. That's just life. And like you get shoved in a room with like 5 random girls and 5 random guys. There's always gonna be people that just don't get along. And that's normal. That's fine. You're not gonna vibe with everyone,
Who was your favorite person in the house?
Okay, so guy-wise, Nathan.
Okay.
That is one thing that people didn't actually see. So yes, I will go back to that. You never got to see how close me and Nathan were at a friendship. Everyone in the house knew how close we were, but online, nobody knows how close we really were. Like he was my best friend in the house. He kept me grounded for sure on the show because there was always like maybe like girl drama or maybe like, feeling left out or things like that. And Nathan always made me feel good. Like I was always like, I know Nathan will always have my back in the house. Melinda too. Me and Melinda are really close since the show. The first night actually in the house, me and Melinda got into a really big fight and we had our cameras and our mics taken off of us and producers made us go like hash it out. Like it was bad. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like they catch it. Your camera and mic, they hear, this is the thing. They hear and see everything.
That's usually
like,
how
everything.
Me and 2 girls become good friends. Like I feel like a lot of my friends, it starts with fuck this girl, we're fighting it out. And then it's like that fight gets you closer or something.
Yeah, 100%. And after that, then we were like, okay, now we fucking love each other. And then it's good because I see on the show, you can see our friendship. And it's nice because on Twitter, we get these tweets and on TikTok, we get these comments like their friendship's so good. And I'm like, oh, I love that people can see that. I wish people could see me and Nathan a bit more too because we had a really great friendship. But I love knowing that like people can see me and Melinda were good. But it was funny because we didn't start like that. We started like clashing right away.
I looked up her sign. She's a Taurus.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. I talk to her every day. She's like my girl. She's one girl that like I know she'll have my back with everything.
Where does
100%. She lives in New York.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Yeah. I'm gonna be with her soon. Where I think a bunch of us are gonna book a house in LA. Like a bunch of the season 2 people. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
Yeah.
Who is your least favorite person on the show?
I wouldn't say I have like one least favorite person. Like I honestly wouldn't. I would say there's definitely some people I talk to more than others, but that's just because there's just different personality traits. You can't expect to like everyone. You know, in high school it's the same thing. Like you're not gonna like every single person, and um, that just I think that just makes you more real, honestly.
Who are you least close with in the house?
Well, I mean, I think everyone knows it was obviously Kayla. I don't think that that was definitely like a shock. I think that we talked like the least. I would say honestly, and honestly, I've always been like this growing up. I've always been way closer to guys. I've just had more guy friends in my life. I wouldn't say I love girls. If I have a close girlfriend, that's great. But when I was growing up in elementary school and high school, I was bullied. Like I didn't really like girls. I didn't have a good taste of girls in my mouth ever. And I just got along with the boys. And so the morning when we wake up and we had like a 2 hour break, I would be with the guys swimming, or I'd be working out, or I'd be, you know what I mean? Like I was a lot closer to the guys. I'll say that.
I know, yeah,
But I like everyone. I like everyone from the show.
yeah, I can really relate to that. I'm kind of like that too. Like a lot of my best friends are guys, and I know it
Yeah.
sucks. Well, I'm a very girls girl. Like my whole brand is girls, but like
Yeah.
sometimes it's easier with guys. It feels like a little less
Of
drama,
course.
emotional, and you get to be the emotional one, and then like you move on. And with women, sometimes it feels like there's always
Grudges.
or like there's always
Yeah.
emotion. You just like can
Yeah.
you just be easy and just chill. Like it's not that
Of
deep.
course. And that's the thing too. And I want everyone you get so close to these people. So at the end of the day, like people fight, people argue, like shit can go down in the group chat. But at the end of the day, I wish like literally, I mean this when I say everyone on my season the best. I really do. And what happened with me and Kayla, it's just I messaged her privately, said, look, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm just some things just go down different, you know?
Being able to negotiate everything in life is so cool, but you know what's even cooler? Self-care and routine, and I feel like it's more important now than ever. So, whatever you're using to get ready for the day should always make you feel amazing. Part of my self-care routine is to shave my whole body so I feel like a smooth dolphin. And basically, sometimes it's super hard because if I'm accidentally cold just 1 second in the shower, all my hair gets super prickly and then I can't shave. And then when it's finally warm again, and I'm like, okay, let's go. We got this. And I got some warm water. I'm like, okay, time to shave my whole body so I can be that smooth dolphin I've been dreaming of. Boom. I run out of shaving cream. And again, I end up getting like razor cuts and razor burns, and it's just not fun. So cue in Billie. No, Billie's not my boyfriend. It's my razor. Billie is the best razor out there for those days when you just want that extra smooth. There's no pink tax, no visit to the drugstore, no breaking the bank, and it also comes with like this like soap on top of the razor, so you will never have to buy shaving cream again. So you can go to mybillie.com to get their starter kit for just $9. Yeah, it's so affordable and includes their award-winning razor, 2 refill blades, and a cult favorite magnetic holder. You guys, Billie is honestly the best razor I've ever used. It literally gives you the smoothest shave ever. I couldn't believe how soft my legs were. My whole body is soft, and I'm finally smooth as a dolphin, which is what I've been manifesting for myself. So go to mybillie.com to meet the razor that made everyone start talking about razors. They're an Allure Best of Beauty winner and a Nylon's Beauty Hit List for a reason. And to express a little love for our show, go to mybillie.com/too-tired. It's a small way you can support me while getting the best razor you will ever own. And it's just $9, okay? So go get it right now. Go to mybillie.com/too-tired. Spelled mybillie.com/too-tired. Do it, you little dolphins.
I'll tell you why you were my favorite on the show. Because first of all, you came in and you were like this really fun, like free spirit person. So of course that personality trait is a personality trait I always love to see in other people because I'm a little introvert. To someone who I would be like. So right away I was like, that's my spirit animal because that's who I always I was more like being with my cat. You were really outgoing. And then the reason I feel like I fell in love with you on the show was because I got to see a realer side of you where you felt really hurt and you were open about it. So like the next day you needed like your alone time and you were kind of crying about it and you were like, I don't get to have my own space. Like I don't have my own time. Like I need my emotions. And I thought that was just like so beautiful because you were feeling and we all got to see that and I made it so real. And then I felt like I could really connect with you because I'm like, okay, I go through those too, and she's not pretending like she's fine. Like
No,
what happened to her fucking sucked, you
no,
know?
100%. And that's one thing too. And then me and Chase obviously talk all the time. And he sent me an article today saying like I was faking having feelings. And one thing you don't see off camera, that night when Tabitha jumped in his bed and I was with Joey, I left that room. I didn't sleep that night. I was in and out of that room crying. I sat with one of the workers there, like one of the people on set with us, for about an hour outside. One of the producers came up and sat with me outside because of literally I couldn't stop crying. I was so upset. Like, and this is the thing, you feel it out more. Maybe back home, like in Toronto, if a guy pisses me off, I'm not stuck in a room with him watching him move on. You know what I mean? So I can walk away from it. But in the house, I couldn't. So I felt it. So when people say it's fake feelings, people don't make me cry. Nothing makes me cry. Okay, like nothing. I barely cry as it is. And so I was like, no, I had feelings for this guy. I did. I genuinely was hurt by him. I was genuinely upset. I mean that when I say that.
No, I believe you. I mean, like it's one thing where you're like, okay, whatever, this person bruised my ego. I'm just gonna do my go out, I'm gonna party, I'm not gonna think about it. Instead, you're just literally like, okay, cool. A second ago I thought you cared about me. There's already another on your bed. You're gonna be a little wild Gemini male and do it. Just have to be here and like watch it. Like that sucks.
Yeah. No, it was a lot. But also, you know what? I think being in that situation, one thing that I realized is like facing it actually made me get over it way quicker. Because I think with breakups, you can kind of ignore it, F off, you ignore each other for a couple weeks, you don't see each other. But with Chase, it was like, no, I have to go through this because I got to film with the guy in probably about an hour. I have to film with them doing something. I don't get that time to get away from him. So I felt out every emotion. I cried. I was upset. I never was upset with Tabitha about it ever. We had a really good chat. They didn't air it, but we had a really good chat after the workshop. And I was like, look, I'm sorry you had to see that, because when I gagged him and I was going at him, I was like, I didn't want her to think like it was about her. You know what I mean? I'd only known her I probably talked to her for 5 seconds before that. So I was like, look, girl, I don't want you to think it's ever an attack on me. This is 100% about him.
The girls in the show, I thought, were actually very mature, the way you guys would handle things. Like, I was always very impressed the way you guys would not attack the other female on the show. And you'd be like, hey, can we talk about this? Like, wait, what happened? Tell me. And then you'd be like, okay, I'm hurt because this guy owes me something, not you.
Yeah.
And that's very like mature, grown-up mentality that a lot of women do.
And I started to really like Tabitha, honestly. I thought she was cool. I thought she was funny. She made me fucking laugh. The last day after we were done filming, the next morning, me and her, I have videos on my phone. We're like joking around and having fun. And I really grew to like her. Like I really did. It had nothing to do with her. Me and Chase, that history had nothing to do with her. It would just suck. She got put in the middle of it.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny that like that was really crazy to watch it firsthand. I'm sure Chase is a nice guy, but it felt funny in a way that it was like we got to watch firsthand karma.
Yeah, I know. There's so many memes about that right now and stuff. Like people like coming at him, like you got your karma, and like the TikToks and stuff. And I was like, the best karma, the worst karma ever was just like losing me in general. That's how I look at it. It wasn't like I don't like, I feel bad. Like it's like Tabitha, like, you know what I mean? Like she didn't mean to be mean. She was legit, I think, there to just have a good time. I didn't think she meant to bruise it. Yeah. Like she didn't care. Yeah.
That's exactly. The day it's up to the guy. If it wasn't going to be her, it would have been some other girl that would have been like
exactly
the victim being put in the middle. So
100%.
It wasn't her. It was you between.
No,
you.
It wasn't her.
Yep. And
100%. And that's the thing. Like I'm happy she did it. I look at that. I'm like, atta girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't even know that happened. So that's crazy. So I didn't know that she had said that. In my head, in that house, I was like, oh, she really likes him. Like I thought she really did like him. So I didn't know until after I watched it back, and I was like, oh, she didn't even care. But like I didn't even care if she cared. I was just like, whatever, it is what it is. Like if they're gonna end up together, they're gonna end up together.
I literally like my jaw dropped when they were like at the dinner, and she just like punch of the she's just like
I know she does. Like no, she's the best. She's a party girl. Tabitha's fucking fun. Yeah, she's fun. She's a fun girl.
She seems.
I like her. No, she is fun. She is fun. I think she's freaking the best, and I think the timing was good, and I think it needed to happen. And another girl came in, and I was like, whoa, I had to see it, you know.
Wait, what's her zodiac sign? Do you know? You probably don't know.
I have no idea. No, I have no idea. She's all the way in the UK too, and that's another thing that's hard. Is like a lot of the cast is based in the UK, so I don't like. It's hard to see. You know what I mean? Like we're all living our own lives around the world. I'm the only Canadian from the show, so
wow,
I'm by myself. Yeah.
Do you regret what happened between you and Chase? Like, do you feel like, because I was kind of confused how it went from it looked like you guys had a really lovey-dovey relationship to suddenly it went to that one scene when you were like, you don't compliment me, you don't do this. And then, of course, he was just like, as a guy who's like 20 years old would do, was like, this is
Yeah.
a lot. Your emotions are a
Yeah.
little much. I'm going to back
Yeah.
off. It's not easy anymore. Oh, no.
It was like, I don't regret anything because like I think I came out of that like stronger. I really do. I was like, yeah, I came out of it really good. I guess it was just like there was stuff that, yeah, I guess you didn't see on like you didn't see it was like off camera. Like he wasn't like when we were like in the lunchroom, like we weren't really talking. And then as soon as like we were around people, that's when he'd be like the most lovey-dovey. And I was like, look, I need to feel good all the time, you know? Like I don't want to feel like it's only sometimes you like me and sometimes you don't. And then I do watch it back and in his interviews, he was really nice about me and I had no idea because they won't tell you what they're saying about you. So when I go to my interviews and my girl was in the room that chaperoned me, I was like, does he like me? Because I'm nervous to put my heart out there and like be like, I love this guy. And then I watch it back and he's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like I never want to be like that. So I was just like, does he like me? She's like, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. So I think I also did never let myself 100% get into it. Because I was always in the back of my head, like, what if he doesn't like me? What if he's saying he doesn't like me? And I don't want to look stupid online, you know, and I'm like in love with this guy that doesn't even look at me.
Yeah. Do you think there's ever going to be a chance that you guys will rekindle your little
we get this so much. Me and him both get so many DMs about it. It's so hard to say because after the show, and this is not something that I've talked about online or anything, after the show I dated Joey.
Okay.
Yeah, so I met him on the show and I actually did end up dating him. I went and spent New Year's with him in Miami and Chase was there, which was weird. Yeah, I was with Joey for a couple of months. Pardon?
How long ago was the show filmed? I think I missed that part.
It was done last December.
Okay, I missed
right
that.
before New Year's. So then I spent New Year's there and me and Joey had a really big falling out. That's like a different story. But I don't know, like watching it back, I was like, oh, I didn't know Chase was so nice about me. Like I didn't know, like up until the show came out, I was like, hey, he didn't have this for me. Watching, I'm like, oh, I think he did. Like I do think at some point he did.
It sucks when people have different love languages. Like I bet your love languages, which is words of affirmation, is not Chase's love language. So Chase
100%.
was probably so easy breezy about like, yeah, of course, like I think she's great. So he was talking about it to everyone else and not to you because to him words of affirmation don't mean as much. It's just like obviously I like her, and then he was doing other things that he like cares about you, and you weren't getting the words of affirmation. So you're like, obviously he doesn't care about me because he's not telling to my face how he feels.
No, legit. I think that's the best way you could put it. Like honestly, I think the way you put it is the best way you could put it. Like I didn't even really think of it like that. 100%. Like what I needed to, and I'm like really cuddly. And I remember like trying to cuddle him and he just wouldn't cuddle me. And then Tabitha came in the house and right away he was cuddling her in the bed. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like I've been asking for this. People in the house knew I'd been asking him to be like cuddly. Like there definitely were jokes that Chase didn't like me.
But that meant if you wanted to cuddle with him so bad and then the first night he met a person that he didn't know, a stranger, and he held her, that means that's also not his love language because that's how much there was no intimacy and he was able to do it.
That's true.
Doesn't mean that's not intimacy for him. How it's not
no, that's true. And we did have a close relationship. Like I look back online, I'm like, oh, like we were, you know, but I don't know. I think everything's open. Like I never close any doors really.
So do people know that you and Joey dated and then you guys had a falling out?
No, people don't know that.
Oh
so yeah, you're the first. No, people don't know that. I'm actually going to see him. I'm going to go visit him in Miami, his place in about a week.
Oh,
people don't know that either. Mm-hmm.
You guys had a falling out and now you're trying to have a friendship with your private parts.
I don't know if he thinks it's a friendship.
Okay.
I don't even know what I think it is. I think we're both like with everything that's come out, and then also like he can see Chase interacting with me online and stuff. So I think it's just weird. It's all like just like big love triangles, I feel like. I don't even know.
You guys all went through an experience like no one else, like you and the rest of your castmates will forever have this one experience and no one else can relate to, that only you guys have been through. So I think that would always connect you the most. So I think that part is like, and now you're all going through together at the same time, like the fame, the attention, the mean comments.
It's a lot.
Like you guys you have is one another. So it makes sense guys are all getting close, and I'm sure it must be hard for Joey to even see the closest that you have with Chase. But like, you guys probably can't help it because you and
No,
Chase,
we can't.
no one else will ever be able to experience.